"David Mitchell, you're fired." "Why?" I asked. "That doesn't matter. The decision is final." I was just thinking, I've only got 1 year left before retirement, when a young manager joined my department. One day, he called me over and suddenly told me I was fired. I wanted to know why, but he didn't give me an answer. I felt lost and went home to tell my wife what happened. She looked shocked. The next day, I went to the office to collect my things, but everything was a mess. My name's David Mitchell. I'm an ordinary worker at a securities firm. I started here when I was 30, and I've worked hard for 29 years. I was just 1 year away from retiring. Before retiring, I was passing my work to a younger colleague. "Mr. Mitchell, can we talk about the handover?" "Sure." "You mean this client?" "Yes." "I'm in charge of this company now, but I'm not sure how to handle them. I think you should have a detailed meeting with them. They're very careful because it's a big deal. If you can ease their concerns, everything should go smoothly." "Thanks for the advice." I was looking forward to taking it easy and focusing on internal projects in my last year. Then, one day, someone new came from Tokyo to our department. The branch manager introduced him to me, a young guy named Logan Hayes. "Hi, I'm Logan Hayes. I just got promoted to manager here. I'm still young, but I'll do my best to lead the team just like my father led the company. I'm excited to work with everyone." The name Hayes rang a bell. That's the CEO's last name. Turns out, Logan was the CEO's son, and he was only 25 years old when he became department head. One day I asked, "Who made this report?" "I did," he said. "Why is it formatted like this? Can you make it easier to read?" That format was already decided. I just followed it. I don't care if it was decided before. Can't you change it? If I find it hard to read, my father, the CEO, will have an even harder time. Do you talk like this in front of the president? I'm sorry. If I take over as president someday and get this report, I wouldn't want to read it either. Please make documents that grab attention. He kept talking about his father all the time. I knew he was the CEO's son, but he was so arrogant. He just handed work to us and didn't get involved. The other day, he complained even though I made the document exactly how he asked. And every time I said something, he'd just mention his father's name. Talking to him was really tough. People were getting frustrated. Honestly, he kept bringing up his dad's name a lot. I didn't pay much attention since I was retiring soon anyway. Then one day, after lunch, the manager called me in. "Mr. Mitchell, can you come to the meeting room for a moment?" I wondered what I'd done wrong. Was it about a client? Or something serious? When I got there, he looked straight at me and said, "You're fired." I was shocked and didn't know what to say. He handed me the termination letter, but I couldn't focus. I kept trying to figure out what I did wrong. I asked why, but he wouldn't explain. He just said, "It's already decided." I pressed for a reason, but he kept brushing me off, saying things like, "You were retiring next year anyway, so think of it as early retirement," or "You're too old to work hard now." I told him I was still fit and had completed my handovers. But he ignored me and said, "We young people will take it from here." Then he added, "Don't forget, I could tell the CEO if I wanted," and I said, "Well, your decision is the same as the CEO's," before he left. I was left stunned, not knowing what to do. I went home, speechless, wondering how to tell my wife. When I finally told her, expecting worry, she surprised me. "I'm glad you left the company at last," she said with a smile. She told me to relax after all the hard work I'd done. She wasn't upset at all. The next day, I went back to the office to get my things. The office felt strange. People seemed tense. I heard there were sudden cancellations from big clients, and no one knew why. The manager was panicking. By afternoon, the situation got worse. More clients were canceling contracts, and the manager looked pale. Even though the manager wasn't interested, I wanted to help. I tried to speak with him, but he said, "Not now." So, I said goodbye to my coworkers. Suddenly, I heard the manager yelling, "Are you contacting the clients? If more cancel, people like you will be the first to be fired." I told him I'd been trying all day, but he snapped, "Then go apologize in person. You're completely useless. This is exactly why you're not getting promoted. If you're in charge, you need to be more responsible," Logan Hayes shouted. "Hey, there's no need to be so harsh. Is that a problem? Planning to talk back? Then fix this mess first." Logan kept yelling at different people, one after another. In that tense atmosphere, I couldn't even say a proper goodbye. I quietly packed my things and went home. Later that evening, I told my wife, "Well, since I'm already fired, I guess there's no point in trying to find out why." She laughed and said, "You know, your company had a lot of contracts with my group." "What?" I asked, surprised. "My company owns several restaurants. We had contracts with your firm, but I canceled them all." "Wait, why?" "Because you were laid off. That's part of it. But honestly, I didn't think much of your company to begin with. The salespeople were polite at first, but the office felt very closed off during meetings." "Really? So when I heard you were being let go, I thought it was the right time to cancel all contracts. You see, my wife is the chairman of a holding company that owns many famous restaurants. They had several contracts with my firm, but she wasn't happy with how things were going and used this chance to cancel everything. I was surprised but also relieved. She said, "It's unfortunate you had to leave because of restructuring. But now, let's take it easy." I agreed, "It's a bit early for me, but yeah, I'll take it easy." She added, "You've worked so hard. I want to spend more time with you. I'm stepping down as chairman and already picked my replacement." Though I was laid off after 29 years, we had enough savings. Since she was stepping down early too, we were both ready to enjoy a slower, more relaxed life. We started our early retirement and began spending our days peacefully.